we're going back to Spider-Man.
Yes.
So, Topher Grace / Eddie Brock turns up with a fake picture. Dun dun dun!
Because Lord knows no newspaper ever uses fake pictures to boost their circulation.
Yes, we all remember the Reuters thing about the Israel-Palestine thing. But, you know, no photo would ever come under scrutiny, you know, because before they sent it to print, they wouldn't check it for any of these things.
No. The Daily Bugle is a hack job.
Yes, which is another thing wrong. Because it may be sort of like a tabloid rag, essentially, but it's, you know, it's the centre of the comic book thing. You know, it's the newspaper they use, so it shouldn't be that much of a hack job.
No, it's
you know. Also, Robbie, he just got pushed to the side.
He did, but he did do a nice speech about how good Peter was.
Yeah.
So, you know, but then Robbie's always kind of been pushed to the side, really.
Yeah.
Shame.
But again, you would have thought that Robbie would have figured out that Peter Parker was Spider-Man because of the whole, I hear Spider-Man was there, look, they gave him Spider-Man too.
I think he has. I think he has, I just don't think they want to say it.
No.
It's like Perry White.
Well, true, and Jimmy Olsen taking the pictures.
Exactly.
But we're not talking about Superman Returns, which we liked compared to this crap. So if you're watching Jonesy, Fortune Fool, Mike, you know, Punch Bowl, even Punch, you know, you're still wrong on the whole RoboCop thing. Terminator would kick its ass. But yeah, Superman Returns, we really liked.
We do.
Spider-Man 3, no, not so much. Not so much.
No.
Although we do admit there are flaws with Superman Returns.
There are some flaws.
And Morris and Kiba and, you know, whoever else we looked at. Hello, Total Film Forum!
I really like you guys.
Yes, forum.totalfilm.co.uk for all of you watching. Come join out at the forum.
Join the gang!
Yes.
See the sights!
We have good fun.
Join the banter.
Also, if you're a Keira Knightley fan, we could use some more of you because, man, she gets a bashing. Welch, you know, an awesome job on sort of like keeping up the Keira thing. Right, let's go back to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Enough of this sort of like free press for Total Film. You know, even though we do have the newest issue sitting on the table over there.
We do. Total Film. We need Total Film.
So, yes, Eddie comes in with a fake photo that Peter realises because Peter took it. And he basically coloured it in black and photoshopped it and etc, etc, etc. And so they have a bit of a Barney. And end up, you know, Eddie is fired. And Pete gets the job.
Hooray! And what does Pete do?
Because he has some photos of sort of like Spider-Man holding up two motorbikes.
And crushing them with his bag.
Where is that from? Because I've seen that in a film or something before where the guy grabs two motorbikes and kind of smashes them together. There's a film with that in.
I don't know. It's not like... No, it's not Terminator 2, is it? He just gets on the bike, drives off.
Is it Terminator 3?
Oh, it could be Terminator 3. It could
maybe the TX does it.
Yeah! Yeah, there we go.
Shit film, same thing. Look, they're paralleling each other.
My God. Films with a number 3 and are having some bad stuff. Let's hope Pirates of the Caribbean drags something out of it.
Well, I wasn't that impressed by Pirates of the Caribbean 2.
It was only half a story. I hope the other half...
Well, still, it wasn't a very interesting half of the story.
Well...
Anyway, we need to get back to Spider-Man.
We really do.
So anyway, okay, let's get to the bit where Pete's got the job.
And the montage.
Now, for some reason, Peter Parker, Adolf Hitler haircut in tow,
your hero for this movie,
is just doing
really
basically Saturday Night Fever down the street.
And, you know, we like Saturday Night Fever, don't get us wrong. But
well, that's an alright film.
It's okay.
I think it's a bit overrated.
It is overrated, but it's perfectly
It's alright, but... Yeah. Peter Parker
sort of struts down the street and slides
for no reason. And women are being scared of him. I mean, really scared of him. Now, in Spider-Man 2, they did the raindrops thing.
And that worked for the film. That worked.
That was a nice little silly, everything's pretty cool kind of thing. It was making fun of itself. Spider-Man 3, they just seemed to kind of take it a bit too far, where people were laughing in pity rather than humour. I mean, when I was coming out to cinema, a lot of the comments were, oh my God, can you actually believe they did that whole dancing thing? Because then he takes Gwen to the jazz club, where MJ is now a singing waitress.
But before that, he flirts with Elizabeth Max.
Yes.
I can get behind that. I'd flirt with her too. Actually, can I call her, please? What's wrong with something? No. Call her. Actually,
do you know a number?
No, I don't know a number.
Oh, well, don't waste my phone bill then.
Okay.
You're not dialing 118, going Elizabeth Banks, please.
That would be so funny. I can ask.
We'll try it after. Right, we'll be back if we get to speak to Elizabeth Banks.
Believe you me, if we get interviewed with Elizabeth Banks, comics will be happy.
Well, no, from the home film. I don't want to watch
yeah.
So yeah, so anyway, he flirts with her and Ursula, and the Ursula scene, oh god, I just, MJ calls.
I like Ursula, actually.
Yeah, I like Ursula, but that whole thing where she was basically his skivvy. I mean, I understand it, the kind of hero worship she has for Peter,
Yep.
but still, that was just a nauseating scene. And then they were on the phone to Kurt Connors.
Yeah.
When
Kurt Connors was being Captain Exposition.
Oh dear, seriously, just bring in the Lizard. He's such a good character, and we know the actor who playing Kurt Connors, whose name I've forgotten.
No,
okay, we both forgotten, but he can act.
He
damn
can
it!
Act. He can.
Yeah, we like him, even though we've forgotten your name. Sorry, sir.
Sorry, we really like you.
So yeah, and then Pete takes Gwen as a date to the dance club. Now it doesn't really.
And Eddie Brock's outside.
Eddie Brock just happens.
It's another one of these glorious coincidences in New York City.
It just happens to be outside. So they go in, and then Pete starts dancing. No, he starts playing the piano, which we never knew he could do before.
I really never saw Peter Parker as a piano player.
No.
Although there was a piano in, Aunt May's house, maybe he learned, and Aunt May does do piano lessons.
Well, true.
This is good.
No, that works.
That works.
But you never thought that he could
do
play,
this.
unless,
No.
of course, alien symbiotes floating around in space. It's like, well, I will take the time to learn the piano.
Well, alien symbiotes floating around in space, they don't have a lot of time.
This is another thing.
Oh, yeah.
The symbiote, I got confused. What was it? A separate black suit? Was it the red suit that had the black over it? What was? Because in the comics and the film, it's like Venom.
Yeah,
it's just a thing, and it covers him entirely, and then it just changes completely to what he wants to see.
Yeah, whatever.
So the point that he actually had suits on makes no sense
at all. And also the fact that when he takes it off, even if it was just the black suit over a red suit, then the red suit would still be there, but the red suit wasn't there.
No, he was naked. And how did he get home? Swinging naked through the streets of New York?
Could be. Maybe.
Again, because if I saw someone swinging around naked, I automatically think Spider-Man naked.
Yep.
And there was no news on that at all.
No. Despite the heavy news articles coming up later in this film.
So where were we?
Jazz club.
Right,
jazz
yes!
Piano,
Now this bit pissed me off.
Royally.
So there's MJ, and fair enough. Because we've missed the bit with Harry again. So they do the twist in the kitchen, which was nauseating enough as it was.
Pretty much, you couldn't imagine those characters doing it. You can imagine those characters doing it in the 60s comics, but up now, it's not really
It's like what I said to you, though. The story was that of a 60s comic book.
Yeah.
But we've moved on since then.
We have. If they wanted to do something like that, why not just, adapt Spider-Man Blue? In a sense. Use that kind of style.
They could have.
But
they're doing the
dance, and they kiss. They kiss.
Mary
Jane Lang kisses Harry Osborn.
Never would Mary Jane kiss Harry. I don't believe it for a second. Wouldn't happen.
If she's still going out with Peter, which at the time she was.
No, don't believe it. So anyway, she storms off in a half again.
And turn and pout and go.
Yes.
Mary Jane Lang.
So anyway, so Harry touches a mirror, and all of a sudden William Dafoe turns up, and you're like, "Yeah, William Dafoe!" Okay, sir, you can also kind of just go home and pat yourself on the back.
You had like 1 scene, 2 scenes, you did well.
Yeah, but he remembers from touching a mirror. I'm sorry, but what?
He touches the mirror that leads to his secret lair, and suddenly his memory is fully restored. And also he remembers he has to pay back that library card.
It's a library card thing.
What a guy. The whole plot can be strung together with library cards if you look closely enough.
It can. They all have wallets, my friends.
All of them.
So, yes, then he decides, oh, that's right, I'm evil. Let's go and try and kill Mary Jane. So he busts in her apartment,
lifts her off the floor, conks her onto the ceiling and says, right, you're going to break up.
And reveals he's Harry.
And reveals that the Midnight Goblin is Harry, which, what a guy. Secret identity much? No secret identity. And then he threatens her and blackmails her and says, listen, you've got to do this for me, otherwise it's, curtains.
And then we get to the point where she does it. And it goes beyond. Harry's threatening. Say the word I'm looking for.
Threatening?